ओम हरिः ओम मा स्वस्ति न इंद्रो वृद्धस्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तारक्षयो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्ददातु बृहदस्वा मरुतः पृश्निमातरः शुभं जावानो विदथे खुजगमय्यः अग्निर्जीवा मनवः सूरचक्षसो विश्वेनो देवा तवशागमन्निह भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवा भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गे तुष्टवागुंसस्तनो विर्वसे महि देवहितं यदायुः शतमिन्नु शरदो अन्तिदेवा जत्रा नशकरा जरसन्तनु नाम पुत्रासो यत्र पितरो भवन्ति मानो मदयारेरिखता युर्गन्तोः आदित्यध्योरदितिरन्तरिक्षमदित्रिं माता शपिता शपुत्रः विश्वे देवा अदितिः पञ्चजना अदितिर्जातमदितिर्जनित्वं द्योः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्तिः पृथ्वी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः
शान्ति विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्मा शान्ति सर्वे गुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्तिरेधि। सभी लोग हाथ जोड़कर everyone please clasp your hands as we welcome the Divine Mother. Om Om Namaschandikaye Om Om Namaschandikaye Bolo Om Namaschandikaye Om Namaschandikaye Astite Gutam Vipram Sarvabhutopakarakam Devastu Kaucham Punyam Takshinushma Mahamuni Pratamam Shailaputriti Dutiyam Brahmacharini Tritiyam Chandaganteti Kushmanteti Chaturtakam Panchamam Skandamateti Shashyam Ganya
सप्तमं कालरात्रीति महागौरीति चाष्टमं नवमं सिद्धिदात्री च नवदुर्गा प्रकृतिताः उक्तानेतान्नामानि ब्रह्मणैव महात्मना।
Check. Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Ma Jai Jai Ma 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 Jai
सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबिके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय मा जय मा जय मा जय मा जय मा जय मा जय जय
Everyone clap your hands. लक्ष्मी माता की जय. We contemplate the divine in the form of Ganapati Devata. First, we ask God to bless us with a positive state of mind. Om Bhadrang Karine Sunuyam Deva Bhadrang Pashyema Shaviriyajatra Sthirairange Sthistuvayam Shashtanomi Vyasema Devaitam Yadayam Om Swasti
न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम्।
We now contemplate Ganapati Devata.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं कपीतजम्बूफलचारुभक्षणम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारकम् Ganapati Devata ki jai. Now we contemplate the Divine Mother in the form of Lakshmi Mata. We clasp our hands and close our eyes. Tonight is the 5th night of Navratri. We are in that second period of worshipping the Divine Mother. The first 3 nights we worship her in the different forms of Durga Ma. And for these 3 nights, last night, tonight and tomorrow, she will worship in different forms of the Divine Mother, Lakshmi. We focus our minds. Siddhi Buddhi Prade Devi Mukti Mukti Pradayani Mantra Murti Sada Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute Tu Mahamaye Prikite Supujate Shankar Chakra Gadaste Mahalakshmi Namostute. Om Hiranyavarnam Harunim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranyahi Lakshmi Jatavedo Mahavaha Tam Avajatavedo Lakshmi Maraparamini Yasyam Hiranyavindeyam Kamasvam Purushanaham Gandadvara Duradarsha Nitya Pusham Karishine Ishwari Sarvabhutanam Tamiho Parishayam. Om Mahadevye Cha Vidamahe Vishnu Padme Cha Dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi Prachodayat. Lakshmi Mata ki jai. Now we proceed to pay obeisance to Divine Mother. We welcome her. Now we'll wash her feet. Om Ushnodakam Nilmanam Cha Sarva Saugandha Sanyutam Pada Praksharanatayam Dattam Devatigatam Padyam Samarpayami Asnanam Samarpayami. Om Sri Khanda Chandanam Divyam Gandhadyam Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surasreshta Chandanam Pratigriyatam Chandanam Samarpyami. Om Se Malyadini Sugandhini Malikyadini Ve Prabhu Mayarkani Pushpani Pratigriyatam Pushpam Samarpayami. Om Nana Sugandhi Pushpani Yata Kale Bhavani Cha Pushpanjalim Maya Datto Grihanam Parameshwari. Om Vanaspati Rasodhuto Gandhyato Gandhautam Agri Sarvadevanam Rupoyam Rupam Samarpayami. Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vaina Yogitam Maya Deepam Vihara Devesha Deepam Samarpayami. Sabhi log le lo deepam. Everyone take the light. Deepam Samarpayami. At this time, we ask everyone, if you brought prasad to offer to the Divine Mother, please come now and get together with Pandit Tiwari here, and he will sankalp your prasad. Everyone who's brought prasad to offer, now is the time to bring your prasad. Om Twadiyam Vastu Govindam Tumbameva Samarpe Priyana Sanmukhe Bhutva Prasidya Purushottamam. Sharkaragita Sanyuktam Madhuram Chatishotamam Upaharam Samayuktam Naivedyam Vadigreyatam Sharkara Khandakadhani Dadi Chiragritani Cha Aharam Bhakshabhojayam Cha Naivedyam Pratigriyatam Naivedyam Samarpayami Naivedyam Samarpayami. Shakti Mata Ki Jai. It's a directional, facing this way.
जय 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 परमेश्वर शरणं जय 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 लक्ष्मीपते शरणं जय 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 नारायण शरणं नारायण करुणा
लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की जय. We continue to make offerings to the Divine Mother. तिवारी जी सभी अच्छा लवंग कर्पूर चढ़ाकर और कर्पूर आरती. We continue to glorify the Divine Mother, completing puja. कर्पूर गौरं करुणावतारं संसार सारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि. कर्पूरादिकं समर्पयामि. सभी लोग ले लो कर्पूरादिकम. लक्ष्मी माता की जय. And now we have bhajan dedicated to the Divine Mother, offered by Shivana Sharma. Lakshmi Mata ki jai. Tonight, we have two programs on at the Mandir. Shanti. शांति बहन जी सुनिए मंदिर है शांति दे अच्छा धन्यवाद. In the banquet hall tonight we have Garba program and that will go on until 12 tonight. Our program in the Mandir will be finishing with Aarti at 8:30 and with conclusion by 9. We want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you who have joined us here today. कौन पहले बार आए हैं? Who's come to Mandir for the first time? हाथ उठो. And newcomers? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. धन्यवाद. तालियां. स्वागतम. We welcome all of you and especially these young children who are dressed up tonight. Wonderful costumes to represent the divine in the form of Krishna and the Devis and so on. So this is a wonderful thing. After our aarti is finished, everyone is welcome to go there. I think there you have to buy a ticket to enter into the Garba program. But if you like good exercise, relaxing exercise, Garba is the best thing. It keeps you very fit and it's available for men and women for dancing. Very, very, I would say, entertaining, fulfilling, exercising, and uplifting and divine. So you can't lose. There's so much to gain. So we want to continue with our puja to the Divine Mother tonight. I ask everyone to focus your minds. Haath jodkar, as we will now contemplate the Divine Mother once again in the form of Lakshmi Mata. Give the praise. Om. Next one. Om Mahadevye cha vidmahe Vishnupatye cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayat. 3 बार, 3 times. Om Mahadevye
cha vidmahi Vishnupatye cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayat.
Om Mahadevye cha vidmahi
Vishnupatye cha dhimahi
Tanno Lakshmi prachodayat. Om Namaschandikaye bolo.
Om Namaschandikaye.
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 Lakshmi Mata ki jai. Shakti Mata ki jai. Tonight I'll be reading a few verses from the Lakshmi Chalisa. It talks about the glories of the Divine Mother. जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता.
वेद तुम्हार न कोई न पावत, वेद तुम्हारन को न पावती जन्मः सुख संपत्ति उपजावत जन्मः सुख संपत्ति उपजावत जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता बोलो जय
जय जय जय लक्ष्मी माता
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता
पावत शोषण दिक नहीं अंता पावत शोषण कत नहीं अंता महिमा रूपम अगम अनंता महिमा रूपम अगम अनंता जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता बोलो
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता
जय 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 लक्ष्मी माता
The poet writes that this Divine Mother Lakshmi is of that nature that it is very difficult to comprehend the power of her blessings. We all know Lakshmi Ma as the giver of wealth. Last night we talked about what is wealth. When you say that someone is wealthy, what do you mean? Do you mean they have lots of money in the bank? Or they have lots of materialistic wealth? And that's normally what we mean when we talk about wealth. But in the philosophical term, when we speak of wealth, it is not what we possess that is our wealth, it's what we are gifted with. We are gifted with divine knowledge. It is said that the Divine Mother Lakshmi has the ability for one to, through her blessings, for one to plant seeds and reap the fruits instantly. Now, you know that when you plant seeds, you don't reap the fruits right away. The seeds have to germinate. You have to nurture the plant. Then after a period of time, then they will blossom flowers, and then be fruits. But here, the philosopher says that through the blessings of Mahalakshmi, one can have seeds. Once planted, will reap benefits right away. Let's understand what are these seeds. The seeds of good thoughts and positive thoughts. When we have good feelings, good thoughts, the benefit is instant. We feel the benefit right away. When we change from being negative to being positive, when we are harsh all the times and then we choose soft words, the benefits are instant. That is the blessings of the Divine Mother. When we can reach a stage of our lives whereby we can say that rather than thinking negative about anyone or anything, let me think positive. Instantly, the benefits are there. We do not have to wait until tomorrow when we think positive to see the benefits. When you want to be kind to someone, you don't have to wait for a long time to see the benefits. Your kindness will bring instant happiness, instant results. So it is a kind of seeds that yes, but why is it that we say it is blessed by the Divine Mother? One has to have the right state of mind to say kind words and to be understanding and forgiving. One cannot only say it from the lips, it must be mansa, karma, vacha. From the mind, the words, and the actions, all must be combined together. When it is tan or man arpan, when the body and mind is engaged in saying positive things and asking for forgiveness and being compassionate, these actions bring instant results. Thus, we see the Divine Mother tonight, hopefully in a different light. Not to see her as a giver of wealth, materialistic wealth, And I want you to know, if you're praying to Mahalakshmi so you can win the lottery, don't buy too many tickets. But if you buy some tickets, you may have a chance of winning the lottery. Some of us want to win the lottery of life, but we never invest in any tickets. Similarly, if we want to win happiness in life, we need to invest our energies and efforts into bringing happiness. You know, there are many of us who, using the lottery as an example, say, I wish I would win the million. I wish I would win the million, but I never buy a ticket. So that's not a wish. But if they buy a ticket, then they can say, I have a chance. If I wish for happiness only, but I do nothing about being happy or making life happy, then I'm like the person who's wishing to win the $1 million lottery and not buying a ticket. There's no chance I will win. The chances during Navratri is that we have an opportunity during these 9 days and nights to reflect upon our lives and to recalibrate our thought process. And now let me look at everyone, and I'm going to look at you directly. I'm going to point my finger at you. And I want everybody to smile for me because you have a good reason to smile. Some of you have your mask on, smile under the mask, okay? Everybody smile. Muskura, come on, chalo. Muskura. Muskura. Huh? Those who are not smiling don't have a reason to smile, right? I'll give all of you a reason to smile. You're alive and you're breathing. Do you need another reason than that? To smile? That you're alive and breathing? And now that you're alive and breathing, are you a nice person? Smile again. Are you a nice person? Meaning, are you nice to yourself or are you nice to other people? Smile again. All those who are nice to themselves, put your hand up, please. Some of you are not sure if you're nice at all. Please forgive my microphone. Shakti Mata ki Jai. Check. You see, we have to start out by being nice to ourselves. Then we will know what it feels to be nice. And if we get something that's good, do we not want to share it with others who we love? If you have a good feeling, don't you want to share it with the one that you love? Or the people who are close to you? Or you say, I have a good feeling, that's it. I'm not sharing with anyone. This is for me. No. This smile that I'm asking you to smile, that you're nice to yourself. We have to be nice to ourselves. Now the question is, what does being nice to myself means? Do I buy myself a cake? Or do I buy myself a gift? And I'm being nice to myself. Oh, no, I'm going to go for a manicure and pedicure. And a facial and a body massage. You all know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm being nice to myself. That's true. But after you've had your facial, your manicure, pedicure, and body massage, are you still mean to the people around you? Because all the niceness to yourself has had no value. You have seeds to plant, but they bear no fruits. But if you didn't get a manicure and pedicure, and you didn't get a facial and a body massage, and you are nice to people, you will feel like you've had a manicure and pedicure, and you will feel like you had a facial and a body massage because you'll feel good about yourself. We all can do this. And this is the Shakti, this is the wealth that we pray for when we pray to Mahalakshmi. Bless me with that niceness to myself. And this wealth I want to share with everyone. And you know the diya? Can someone, Tiwari ji? Kahan pe? एक जोत लाया एक जोत जोत और matches एक जोत ले आओ. We all know about the time of Diwali where we light diyas and we put it all over the place to bring light into the home. And it says we are removing darkness and ushering light and enlightenment. This diya has many significance. And tonight I want us to pay careful attention. Dusra diya liya. Dusra. I'm about to light this diya with the matches. I strike one match. Hopefully it will work the first time. By the way, I'm not about to do a magic trick. So I've lit this diya, one match, and the match is gone. But you know, the flame from the match lit this batti. And the flame is not on this match anymore. Now, I will transfer this flame to this diya. Did this one lose anything? Did this flame lose anything? And how many diyas do you think we can light with these flames? Unlimited. That is the power of the Shakti of the Divine Mother. Her wealth is giving without losing. When you can give in this way, when you give from the heart, when you give from the depth of the mind, when you give with sincerity, it is like this jot lighting 1 million jot and losing none itself. But I want you to think of this. Think of this jot, this light that I have in my hands. Now, everyone seeing the flame? Please, are you seeing the flame? Are you seeing the batti, the wick that's burning the flame? Are you seeing the ghee? So you're seeing the flame and the beautiful container, right? And you say, oh, that's a beautiful light. But do you know that the wick is having itself burnt to a cinder so this light will glow? But nobody ever says anything good about the wick. Do you know the light will be totally, the ghee will be totally burnt out so this light will glow, and no one ever says, oh, what wonderful ghee. You also look at the katori and look at the flame. Who wants to be the wick and the oil of this light? Without the wick and the oil, there will be no light. So in society and life, we all have to be prepared to be the wick and the oil, not only to be the flame or the pretty looking things. This is the wealth of Lakshmi, when we can be the wick and we can be the ghee, and when we can be the batti, where we are not receiving any praises, but we are doing great to bring light to the world. Lakshmi Mata ki! I hope that everyone will take this message tonight about this diya, and whenever you light a diya the next time, look at it and ask yourself, are you the type of person who will make sacrifice so that the light of enlightenment will glow? Who will make sacrifice that others will be better off? That is what the batti does, and that is what the ghee does. And no one recognizes them or give them any praise. But without them, there will be no light. Think carefully. When you're doing these good things, no one may recognize you or give you praise. But without your efforts, that good action would not be done. So tonight, as we glorify the Divine Mother Lakshmi, let us seek out in our day-to-day lives the opportunity, whether we are a mother, a father, a husband, a wife, a son, a daughter, a brother, a sister, a relative, whatever status we have in life, all of us have the opportunity to be batti or ghee. And we must look for the opportunity. You know, many of us says, I could have helped them, but they didn't ask me. Now let me repeat that statement. You could have helped, but they did not ask you. When you can help, you don't have to be asked to help. You help. So if you're living life and you're saying, I could help, I could do, but nobody asked me, so that's it. Then you must ask yourself a question. What value are you that you only are waiting for everyone to ask you? If every mother waited until a child asked for milk, all the children in the world will be starving to death. But the mother gives because it is my duty to give milk. It is my duty to care and give love, and the father goes to work and do. So we have to extend that to society. Not as fathers and mothers, but as brothers and sisters to each other, giving, caring, and wanting nothing in return. When I was in consulting many years ago, and that's many years ago, there was a concept of what's in it for me? What is in it for me? If there's nothing in it for me, then I am doing nothing. But then when you're a consultant, you expect to be paid. So what do I get if I do this project? If we ask the same question about human relationship, it is not consulting. It is not expecting a salary. It is the opportunity to give the true wealth that we've been blessed with through Ma Lakshmi, the wealth of compassion, kindness, forgiveness, and understanding. If I was to ask everyone to rate yourself on these 4 things, kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and understanding, on a scale of 1 to 10, When you go home tonight, get a little chart. On a scale of 1 to 10, put the headings: kindness, compassion, forgiveness, and understanding. And give yourself a rate from 1 to 10. 10 is high, 1 is low. Be gentle with yourself and rate yourself and see how good you are. And don't tell anybody, just look at your mind. And the poet tells us, Tura man darpan kehlaye, Tura man darpan kehlaye, bal bure सारे कर्मों को देखिए
थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, दर्पण
मन ही देवता
मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा न कोई। मन ही देवता मन ही ईश्वर, मन से बड़ा न कोई।
मन उजियारा जब जब पहले जग जियारा हो, इस उजले दर्पण पर प्राणी नूर जन्म पाए।
थोड़ा मन दर्पण कहलाए, थोड़ा मन
दर्पण कहलाए। The bhajan tells us, and let me refer to the chart I ask you to make when you go home. And by the way, do this chart privately. Don't do it with your spouse. Don't do it with anybody who's your friend or enemy. Do it for yourself. The headings are compassion, forgiveness, understanding. You see, nobody was listening. Somebody remember what I said. So it's compassion, forgiveness, understanding, and kindness. Good. So, and in order for you to rate yourself, where do you have to look? Not the next door neighbor. Man darpan. In the mirror of our mind, we will see how well we rate ourselves, how well we are in these areas. Tora man darpan kehlaye. Bale buri sare karmo ke, we will see all our good and not so good tendencies there. No one has to tell us, we know. And by the way, we are honest people, right? We will rate ourselves when we are good, and we will rate ourselves when we're not so good. And we'll all come out to 90. But then we must look at it, we come out to 90 and ask ourselves, am I not being a little bit unfair in the ratings here? And then ask yourself this question. If Bhagavan was to have a big event, a big gala event, and he's inviting all of his devotees, but the committee that he put together to invite the devotees says, Bhagavan, if you invite everybody, we won't have any room. So, what do? Well, Bhagavan and the committee says, look, let's give everybody who's 85 and over entrance. Anybody under 85, no invitation. How many of us will get invited? Don't put your hands up now, please. Based on the rating you just gave yourself. And we must rate ourselves. This is important to do, and this is called reflection upon our lives. Man hi devata, man hi Ishwar, man se bara na koi. We can put divine things in our mind or undivine things in our minds, but whatever we put is what is in our minds. And what is in our mind determines whether we'll be compassionate, understanding, forgiving, and kind. We put these thoughts in our minds. Not someone else makes us unkind or someone makes us not have forgiveness. Chama, to forgive is the greatest wealth to possess as a human being. To forgive those who trespass against us. Bhagavad Gita, we are told that Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha Nirmamoha Nirahankara Sammadukka Sukha Chami. Forgive those who trespass against us, regardless of the pain that we feel. Sammadukka Sukha Chami. To forgive. Chama karo. This quality is the greatest wealth that we possess. And if we find that we cannot forgive, then we are daridrita, we are really poor. It doesn't matter how much charities, how much checks we write to give charity, how many times we come to the Mandir. If we cannot forgive those who trespass against us, then we are poor. You know, we are told that charity begins at home. Why is that? Because the husband writes a check to the wife, and the wife writes a check to the husband and says, here, charity. And then give me a tax receipt, please, okay? That's charity. Is that charity? Is that why charity begins at home? Charity begins when a child is born in the home. Mother and father have to be very charitable because they can get in nothing from that child. Totally without expectation. Charity begins at home. And then the child becomes 12 years old. And the child said, this is my house. But before the child was 12 or 10, the child said, this is my mom's home. This is my daddy's car. But after that, it's my home and my car. And as such, as they progress in life, we tend to forget what is charity. So remember, if charity begins at home because everyone at home gives without expectations. Mother and father gives to each other without expectation. Or let's pause there for a minute. Does husband and wife give to each other without expectation? Don't put your hands up now, please. Husband and wife, don't look at each other. Just look at me. Listen to what I'm saying. Husband and wives, if they live their lives and only expecting from each other, there'll be lots of unhappiness in that relationship. But if they live their lives giving to each other, there'll be total wonderful relationship. Let me explain the difference between expecting and giving. There are three types of relationships in human endeavor. There is what is called competitive relationship, when two people compete. And when there's competition, one wins, one loses. Then there is what is called the cooperative. I will cooperate with you, you cooperate with me. The third one is called the self-dedicated relationship. If the spouse, both of them are dedicated to the marriage and the cause of this marriage, without expectation, there'll be no dissatisfaction. But if the marriage has expectations, you must do this for me and I will do this for you, or I will cooperate with you, you will not cooperate with me, then it's like a corporate debate table, and then there is always losers and winners. A self-dedicated relationship is a win-win situation. Everybody wins because no one expects anything. And when you don't expect anything, everything you get, you're very thankful for. So tonight, from Lakshmi Puja, we are learning about life itself and how our day-to-day relationships with each other is the greatest. When we are successful, then we have the wealth of Ma Lakshmi. This is the great daulat. When we have good human relationships amongst ourselves as spouse, family members, and society, then we are very wealthy. If we have all the wealth in the world and we don't have this wealth, then we are very poor. Shakti Mata ki Jai. And now we'll have one more bhajan. You ready for a bhajan? Okay. Give me a bhajan. Right here. Jai Durga Mai. कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया. Go back. महामाया की माया कोई जाने
न जाने माया की माया.
Everyone, please look at the screens. Now, everyone in this gathering here can read either English or Hindi. Is that correct? Or would you like it in Swahili? So then everybody sing, please. Okay? कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया.
कोई जाने न जाने
तालियां.
महामाया की माया.
जाने न जाने महामाया की माया,
कोई 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 जाने न जाने महामाया की माया।
माता रानी कर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल
बोलो।
देगी। माता रानी कर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी।
हर पल माँ का ध्यान लगा, हर
माँ का ध्यान लगा,
हर पल माँ का ध्यान लगा,
हर पल माँ का ध्यान लगा।
वो खुशियों के पल देगी।
माता रानी कर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी। माता रानी कर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी।
निधन को धनवान करे, दुखियों के दुख दर्द हरे।
निर्धन को धनवान करे, दुखियों के दुख दर्द हरे।
निर्बल को माँ बल देगी,
आज नहीं तो कल देगी। माता रानी पर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी।
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया,
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया,
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया,
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया।
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया।
माता रानी कर देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी।
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया. Who knows what tomorrow will be like? I don't mean by the weather forecast. Even they are wrong sometimes. Do you know what your tomorrow will be like? You planned it. It's Saturday, right? You're getting up late. You're going to watch TV. Have breakfast in bed. If you have kids, they'll be up. Let them have some popcorn or cornflakes and the grown-ups stay in bed. That's one scenario. No, I'm going to get up early and go to the gym and exercise. One scenario, no, I have to get up and go get my hair done. No, I have to get up and go get my hair cut. No, I have to get up and go cut the grass in the lawn. Now, all of these scenarios have been painted out. And then there's someone who says, I'm not getting out of bed. Now, do you think that whatever decision any one of us make will determine how the sun will shine, or the rain will fall, or the breeze will blow? It will happen irrelevant of what we do. Now, we have to make it, if it rains, or if it suns, or breeze, good. If we don't, then we can't change that. That is a gift from God that we get every day. And we can guarantee the sun will shine, the rain will fall, and the wind will blow, and we will have oxygen to breathe. The rest is up to us to live. And who chooses how we will live? Not the sun, not these things. We choose. And that Koi jane na jane, Mahamaya ki Maya. This Maya is all evolving. We are part of this evolution. We have to make sure we find our place of happiness that only is within our minds and not in the minds of others. Or don't blame anyone else for our unhappiness at any times. So as we chant this bhajan, be conscious of that with all the good intentions and the best planning, it doesn't mean we must not plan. It doesn't mean we must not plan to what to do tomorrow. Life without a plan is, again, a dangerous thing. But when the plans don't work, don't look for faults outside. Look within and see how we can grow from every failure is a step towards success. There is no successful person in the world who did not fail. If they tell you they never failed, they're lying. Because everyone fails once in a while. I can tell you the number of failures I've had in my life. I can't compare them at all. I don't know how I've survived. But with every failure, we learn something. And as such, tonight, during Navratri, tonight and the previous and the ensuing nights, let us learn about when we reflect upon ourselves and we rate ourselves on these 4 categories, then we are adding our wealth. By the way, we all have bank accounts, right? Yes? Good. Now, we have 2 types of bank accounts, right? If you have a line of credit in the bank and you take money out in the line of credit, the bank charges you interest, right? If you put money into the bank gives you interest. Now, which account do you think the bank liked most? The one where they charge you interest or the one where they give you interest? Actually, the bank doesn't care either way. Both of them they make money on. They take your money and they lend it to someone else and they charge them double their interest and they give you half of the interest. So they're like you. And then they lend you someone and then they charge you. The bank is happy to have both of you. They'll never kick you out. Now I want you to know, in such a Sanatana Dharma, we all have the same kind of bank account with Bhagwan. We never get kicked out of the bank. But we'll be carrying negative balances or positive balances. We decide. But he will never let us out of the bank. We'll always have an account. And the account is in our minds. And the wealth that we put in that account is our compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and kindness. These are the currencies. So, capitalize on it. Store up in your bank account and don't have overdrafts. Always have positive balances. Siddhapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki, Satya Sanatana Dharma ki. And now we continue and complete this bhajan. Koi jane na jane Mahamaya ki maya.
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया
Koi jane na jane Mahamaya ki maya.
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया
Koi jane na jane Mahamaya ki maya.
माता रानी मन देवी आज नहीं तो कल
माया है
जीवन रूप छाया है महामाया की माया है
हर मुश्किल का हल देगी
आज नहीं तो कल देगी माता रानी बल देगी आज नहीं तो कल देगी
One may ask the question that Panditji, I'm a good person, I have compassion, I forgive people, I'm kind, and I'm understanding. So why would you ask me if I'm that kind of a person? I hope we all are. I hope we all are compassionate and we are understanding and forgiving. But we're all very good looking too, aren't we? Don't we want to look good every day? Better? Every time we look in the mirror, are we not trying to look better than we looked yesterday? So why not get better at it? If you're doing it already, then do more and do it better than what you're doing. आत्मा के दर पे आ, माँ को अपना हाल सुना।
आत्मा के घर पे आ माँ को अपना हाल सुना
वो प्यासे को जल देगी, आज नहीं तो कल देगी। ओ
माता रानी पल देगी आज नहीं तो कल देगी
कोई जाने ना जाने महामाया
की माया कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया
कोई जाने ना जाने महामाया की माया
कोई जाने न जाने महामाया की माया
कोई जाने ना जाने महामाया की माया
माता रानी हरे आज नहीं तो कल देगी आज नहीं तो कल देगी आज नहीं तो
कल देगी। I do not know how many of you might be aware of this, but quite a wonderful thing happened in Canada with regards to Hinduism on the 28th of this month. The federal parliament, under the leadership of a very, very prominent Hindu, who's a member of parliament in Ottawa, Chandra Arya, proposed a bill whereby it was agreed at the federal government level with a unanimous vote to declare the month of November to be National Hindu Heritage Month. In the province of Ontario, this was declared a few years ago. In the province of Alberta, it is declared to be the month of August. But we, working together with Mr. Arya and others, agreed that we will try to have 1 month across the country, and the federal declaration makes it the month of November. So during this month, starting, we Hindus must work together collectively to promote our culture and our history and our philosophy. And we must take the time to learn about our culture and our history and philosophy. I must take the time to say this, and I hope that I do not offend anyone. When I came to North America in 1968, I first went to New York and I spent 2 years there studying, then I migrated to Canada. When I came to Canada, when you travel in a streetcar, and if you saw another brown person, you say, oh my God, there's another one. But now if you travel in the streetcar, you need to look for the other people. It's all brown. It's brown town. And that was quite a transition and evolution that became true. There was no Mandir here. There was one Mandir, and on Fern Avenue, and it's still there. It was a Christian church converted. And there were many places whereby in community halls and school halls, we kept services. And the concept was that as Hindus, we were very few and we couldn't get our voices heard. But as we evolved, I came here, I got married, had 5 children, 4 grandchildren, and so on and so on. Everybody came and the new immigrants, then our numbers are growing. Do you know how many Hindus we have in this country right now? Anybody knows? It's over 1 million. And that's quite a significant number when you know that we are more Hindus than there are Jews in this country. And we have a very strong number, and we are academically well endowed, financially well endowed, politically very poor, but we want to have our voices heard. How are we going to do that? We need to make sure that we know who we are. One of the challenges that is facing Hinduism is something called conversion. Anybody knows what I'm talking about? It's not converting your money. It's having your minds converted. And I want you to know that since the beginning of history, and if I can go back just for when the New World was discovered, around 1492, when Christopher Columbus, an Italian, by the way, he's not a Spanish person, he's Italian who went to Spain and was able to convince King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella to give him 3 little ships called Pinta, Nina, and Santa Maria to go where? Where was he going, by the way? Anybody knows? Where? He was going to India, yes. But he kind of got lost. He ended up on an island in the Caribbean, and he called it India in the West, West Indies. Now, why was he going to India, by the way? Because of all the riches and so on. But you see, at the time when King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella gave him the commission to go and to conquer new worlds, he made a commitment. Christianity was under the domination of Islam in Europe. Most of Europe was dominated by the Mughal Empire, all the way from Istanbul, all the way even to Rome. And still the evidence is there. India was under Indian Muslim domination also at that time. Now, the Christian world wanted to grow its congregation. So what we need are new congregants. Christopher Columbus promised that whichever country he dominated, everyone will become Christians. He never got to India. He got to a place called Hispaniola, which is now part of within the Caribbean. And then he left and went back on 3 journeys, voyages, and each time all of the people converted and converted. Now, after Christopher Columbus, by the way, this is a history lesson that we want to reflect upon it, and we will go look at our history. After Christopher Columbus, there were 2 people who came from Spain by the name of Cortez, Hernan Cortez, and Pizarro. They were the people who went on to establish the North American continent. Christopher Columbus stayed within the Caribbean and Cuba and so on. Never really got to North America. They didn't know of a place called North America. Pizarro and Cortez came to Mexico and then moved on to Latin America. And while they were doing that, the Portuguese government, which is also Catholic, a navigator by the name of Vasco da Gama, discovered a route around the African point to come to the New World. Spain and Portugal decided that they were the 2 dominating nations. They will divide the world in half. And they drew a line in the New World. And Brazil went to Portugal, and all of the other Americas went to Spain. All of these countries, Brazil and all of Latin America, are totally converted to Christianity. Christopher Columbus lived up to his promise. And thus the world as we know it. Now, what is the point of this history lesson? The way that the Christian community grows its congregation is by conversion. How does the Hindu community grow its congregation? We have no plans, right? We're Hindus. But then if you're asked, what is it to be Hindu? And I said, I hope I do not offend anyone. Is there anyone in this Mandir right now by the name of Gopal? No? Good. There is a young man by the name of Gopal. He goes to school in Peel region here. He's about 11 years old. And the teacher says, children, next week is religious week. I want everyone to be prepared to tell me something about their religion. And then the teacher says, by the way, how many of you go to your place of worship? And Gopal hands popped up like this. And of course, there are Sikh children there are Muslim children, Christian children, and so on. And they all put their hands up. And the teacher says, okay, Gopal, how often do you go to your place of worship? Oh, I go to my Mandir 3-4 times a week. The teacher says, wow, that's good. Next week comes by. Okay, Abdul, tell me about Islam. Abdul could chant the Quran. The Sikh boy talks about the pagri and the kirpan and the importance of that. And then the Christian talks about the 10 commandments. And teacher comes to Gopal. So Gopal, so you go to your place of worship 3-4 times a week? Mm-hmm. So Gopal, why do you have so many gods? Gopal, do you know that Hindus have more scriptures than anybody else? Yeah. Which one do you read? Sit down, Gopal. End of class. Come over here, Gopal. You go to your place of worship 3 times a week, sometimes 4 times. Really? Tell me, what do you do when you go there? Please listen carefully, people. Well, sometimes my dad will go with me. Most time, mom comes along. We enter the temple, we take off our shoes, we wash our hands, we come into the place of worship, we bow to the deities, we put some money in the box, we take some prasad and go home. And they do that 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times a week. Do you want to be Gopal? Gopal bows his head down and converts to Islam because he doesn't know anything about Hinduism. So, this is the message we're taking away tonight. That if we want to celebrate Hindu heritage, we need to know it. We need to read it and understand it. And we do not have to read Sanskrit or Hindi to understand Hinduism. It is not language. It is the knowledge of what the scripture says. And we can learn that in any language you want, but you must dig deep to understand the scientific values of our religion. And I want to conclude with this. All of us knows Navratri is celebrated twice a year. Why is it twice a year? And why is it during the spring and the fall? Why is it not any other time? Those of you who were here before know the answer to the question. It is very scientific, actually. We call it a holy time, right? In English, how do you spell the word holiday? Break it up for me, please. Anybody? Spell holiday for me, please. So H-O-L-I is holy. Holy. So holiday means holy day. Is that what we take it for when we get it? To do holy things? But that's what the Christians meant when they said it's a holy day. It was intended to be a holy day. Navratri is a holy day. Why? Holy time. Why is it more holy than the other times? It is because humanity is tested to protect their well-being, their physical and mental well-being during these times. It is when the changing of the climatic conditions has a dramatic impact on the human body, the persona, the psyche. Moving from summer to winter is very drastic change. The climatic condition changes. Our body, our immune system has to adapt itself to cope with that. We change our dress wear, we breathe differently, we sleep differently, the air is different. During the spring, same thing. We come from cold to warm and an onslaught of pollens. Our ancient forefathers realized that this is a necessary thing because Hinduism is a way of life. We need to teach our people how to prepare for the transition. Thus, Navratri is a time to prepare tan or man, body and mind, to prepare for the season. And it is always religious because anything we do is religious. And that is why we have Navratri twice a year. And by the way, if you check the statistics, more people die during these times and the changing the season than any other times. That's when our immune systems are most challenged. And that is why we have vrat. What is vrat? Proper diet, good rest, stabilizing the mind, de-stressing. When those things happen, it is the health and well-being of humanity. And this is the scientific basis for Navratri. Shakti Mata ki. If anyone have any questions about anything I've said tonight, I want you to know I do not know everything. I make lots of mistakes. I stand corrected. You can ask questions also. Send it in, write it in, or meet me, make an appointment. I'll be happy to talk to you. If you want to volunteer to work for Hinduism in this country, there are many organizations available for volunteer to work in advocacy areas, to represent Hindus on boards and school boards, in different other organizations. We need Hindus who have the time. who have the professional ability to sit in meetings and to represent the Hindu voice. We need ladies more than men to do these jobs, because Hinduism is the only religion in the world where men and women are given the equal pedestal on the altar of God. Be aware of that carefully. We worship the Divine Mother equally as you worship the Divine Father. There's no distinction. And women in our society are always given the greatest reverence. Shakti Mata ki. If you're interested in any of these activities, please feel free to make an appointment and come and see me. And there's so much happening in our community. We need to know more about it. And we need to get involved. We need the young people, the young generation. I'm 70 years old now, and I need other people to take over this work. And then we need young minds, young energies to do the work. Shakti Mata ki Jai. Tayari? If anyone has brought prasad and did not get to offer that prasad to Sankalp, please come now. Please come, bring your prasad. And then we will Sankalp, and then we will have Aarti. Let us all sit upright, call our names in our minds, apan naam naman karke, that we are inclusive in this offering tonight. Om Twadiyam Vastu Govindam Tumbameva Samarpye Grihana Sanmike Bhutva Parasijya Purushotamam Sharkara Khandakadhani Yadi Chira Gritani Cha Aharam Bhakshavojam Cha Naivedyam Patigreyatam Naivedyam Samarpayami. Jai Ma 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 शक्ति माता की जय। सभी लोग बोलो ओम नमः चंडिकाय। बोलो
ओम नमः चंडिकाय।
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 शक्ति माता की जय। Once again, सभी लोग स्वागत। We welcome you all to our mandir. Those of you who are coming for the first time, we welcome you, and we want you to know this mandir is open 7 days a week, from 7:30 in the morning until 9 in the evening. There is always a pandit present, and our office is open 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, to take all calls and your questions. We are happy to come to your homes to conduct puja, Now that COVID is on its way out, we are happy to conduct satsang in your home. We'll do all pujas, weddings, all rituals are performed. Our priests are now allowed to go out, but we are limited now. There's only 3 of us here. We used to have 5, but due to COVID and immigration situations, we're now looking to come back to full capacity. We want you to come to your mandir whenever you can. We have a Bhavya program where for children of the age of 4 to 12, whereby on Sundays from 10:30 to 12, these classes are from grade 1 to 5, where the children are taught the basics of Satya Sanatana Dharma. They learn the Hindi, Devanagari script to read, and they will also learn to chant Bhagavad Gita and to chant mantras and shlokas and understand the basics of Satya Sanatana Dharma. We have music classes, harmonium, vocal, tabla. These classes are open for registration now, and these classes are open to all age. If you're interested in learning to chant the Bhagavad Gita or to read the Ramcharitmanas, we have classes in these also. Please inform the office of your interest. The Gita classes are 13 weeks session, 1 hour a week. If you start Gita classes for one semester, you do not have to know Sanskrit or Hindi. You need to know English. And if you know Sanskrit and Hindi, that's even better. And you do not have to know how to chant, but when you come after 13 classes, you will be able to chant chapter 12 of the Bhagavad Gita. That I can promise you. If you want to read Ramcharitmanas, you will have to learn the Hindi alphabet, and then because we read the Ramayana in Hindi itself, in its actual Hindi language. But this is all done so that we can learn and become in tune with our culture. Everyone is very attentive. I want to leave you with something smiling. So ladies, this is supposed to be a joke, so listen carefully. Everybody have a Hindu book, a religious book at home, like a Bhagavad Gita, a Ramayana? Put your hands up, please. Okay. Ladies, if you have any money that you want to hide from anybody, just put it in that book and see who will discover it. It will be left undiscovered for quite some time. Test it. Put a $100 bill in there and see who will come. Dad, look, I found a $100 bill. No one will open that book. We need to change that. We need not to put $100 in there. We need to open the book and see the billions of dollars of knowledge that is in the book. So let us open our books, please. Let us read them. I hope you remember these messages tonight. You may forget me, but remember the messages. And we look forward to seeing you whenever you can in the Mandir. Sabhi log kare ho jaye, aarti karenge. Now Indra, my sister Indra is standing in front with a sanitizer. She's only one person. Parents, suniye, suniye, suniye. Parents and children must come together. Husband and wife hold hands together with the children. By the way, husband and wife, it might be the only romantic moment you have, holding hands together. So do it properly and show your children how to do arti. Okay? Om Jai Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Tumko Siddhi Vidyavat, Hai Brahma Shri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Maag sindoor virajat, eko brij mad ko. Ujjwal se rolera, chandra vadan meeko. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri. Om Jai Ambe Gauri Maiya, Jai Shama Gauri.
गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी के हरि वाहन राजत करगत परदारी सुर नर मुनि जन सेवक जिनके दुख हरी
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी कानन कुंडल शोभित नासाग्रे मोती कोटिक चंद्र दिवाकर राजत समझोती
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी शुंभ निशुंभ विरारे महिषासुर गाधी धूम्र विलोचन मेरा विष दिन मधुमाती
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी करत भैरव बाजत ताल मृदंगा और बाजत डमरू
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी
ओम
जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी आचार्य अति शोभित कर मुद्राधारी मनवांछित फल पावत सेवत सरनारी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी कंचन थाल विराजत अगर कपूर गाती श्रीवांकित मिराजत कोटि रतन ज्योति जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी श्री अम्बे जी की आरती जो कोई नर गावे अमृत शिवानंद स्वामी सुख संपत्ति पावे ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी ओम जय अम्बे गौरी मैया जय श्यामा गौरी गुरु से पर्वतवासी सुनो मेरी देवी पर्वतवासी तेरा पार न पाया मेरा पार
बच्चों सुनो और देखो. Children, clasp our hands like this in front of our chest. And grown-ups, this is the way we are supposed to do it. There's no other way. Only in front of our chest and bow our heads. In this humble state, we give thanks to the Divine Mother and we pray for Man Ka Shakti, strength of the mind. If you're a student, you want to have a focused mind. If you're a husband, you want to have a focused mind. If you're a wife, focused mind. A mother, father, brother, sister. Focused mind meaning a mind that stays committed to the moral values of human existence and to commit ourselves to our duties. Our kartavya, what is it we must do to be good human beings? Not to look good, but to be good. As we pray, these are our thoughts. Om Hari Om Hari Om Tvameva Mata
Chapita Tvameva Tvameva Mando Chasva Tvameva
Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam
Mama Deva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva
Jayanti Mangalakari Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Dhatri Swaha Swada Namostute
Swaha Swada Namostute
Om Lok Shanti Antariksha Gum Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rapah Shanti Roshadaya Shanti
Vanaspati
Shanti Vishwadeva Shanti
Brahma Shanti
Sarve Gum Shanti Shanti Deva
Shanti Sama Shanti Re
शीश झुकाकर धरती पर प्रणाम. Wherever it's practical, let us bow our heads touching the ground. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma. Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Tasmai Sri
Gurave Namah
Asado Ma
Sadgamaya
Namaso Ma
Jyotirgamaya
Mrityorma
Amritangamaya
Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Viramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu
Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhave Ma Kaschit
Dukha Bhave.
बोले सियापति रामचंद्र भगवान की
जय
पवन पुत्र हनुमान की
जय
राधा कृष्ण भगवान की
जय
गणपति भगवान की
जय
लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की
जय
सरस्वती माता की
जय
शंकर भगवान की
जय
जगदम्बे मैया की
जय
बोलिए सब संतन की
जय
सद्गुरुदेव महाराज की
जय
अपने अपने माता पिता
की जय
धर्म की
जय हो
अधर्म का
नाश हो
प्राणियों में
सद्भावना हो
विश्व का
कल्याण हो
धरती माता की
जय हो
भारत माता की
जय हो। ओम नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव। महारे ओम नमः चंडिकाय ओम नमः चंडिकाय ओम नमः चंडिकाय ओम नमः चंडिकाय। श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की
जय।
मन शांति। धन्यवाद। We thank you all for joining us tonight. Please join us again tomorrow. Until Navratri Karyakram finishes, we will be celebrating the Shera on outside program. We will be burning the effigy of Ravan. And on these next nights, we will be talking about what is the significance of burning Ravan, and what is the Vijay Dashmi that we celebrate after these 9 nights of worship. These are subjects we'll discuss over the next few nights. Please do join us. If you're going to Garba, enjoy. Prasad, light snacks is prepared for everyone. It's a takeaway snack. Please help yourself as you go. Om Shanti, Shanti. Ek bhajan gaiye. Or quick.